Hello and welcome everyone to the Wednesday, November 26th edition of the SIG Contributor Experience meeting in open source Kubernetes. As a reminder, this meeting operates under a code of conduct, which essentially says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees and generally be excellent to each other. Here at the beginning of the call, we like to offer an opportunity for anyone on the call to introduce yourselves if you'd like to. Totally optional. I like to use it as an excuse to explain what the meeting is, so I shall do that now. Welcome, everyone. I'm Caslin Fields, and I'm one of the co-chairs of the Special Interest Group for Contributor Experience. The purpose of this meeting is to go over work that's happening in this special interest group, updates, new things that we need to talk about, issues going on that need discussion. So it's a meeting for contributors to this SIG to kind of work together on a synchronous call instead of asynchronously on Slack or something. And the Special Interest Group for Contributor Experience is focused on contributor experience in the open source Kubernetes project, which includes things like GitHub management, events. We'll go over what happened with Maintainer Summit last time and what's going on for the next one. The mentoring subproject, comm subproject. You can see a list of all of the subprojects that we're going to ask for updates on in the notes stock, which is posted in the meeting chat. If you need it or if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to let us know. And that was my introduction, as well as the introduction to the meeting. Anyone else like to introduce themselves?
Well, my name is Christopher. You guys can call me Chris, and this is my first week since I joined the SIG. And well, a small big win, as you call it. I closed my first MR this weekend also.
Congratulations. Welcome.
By the way, Christopher, the PR that you created, you closed. It didn't get merged, so you need to reopen it so that we can actually merge it. You cannot close the PR. You closed it, so it's closed. It's not merged. It's
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so please
Congratulations,
reopen it,
you're learning.
and then I can just open the PR, make the changes that I think Puerco requested, and
There was a
then
reason. There was a reason actually that I closed it because I was using my master branch in my fork, and I wanted to work in other things. So let me check.
Yeah, just reopen it. I wanted to ping you, but I forgot.
Failing in public.
That's what we do here. Thank you for doing so. It helps everybody else learn. Wonderful. Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Totally optional.
I can go next. Hello, everyone. My name is Evie. I'm based in Germany, and this is also my first meeting Biweekly. I just wanted to check out how it goes.
Welcome. Powerful German contingent on the call today, Mario.
We are taking over the world.
Oh.
No, I should not say this. I should not say this.
But I'm not German. I'm based in Germany, so.
Yeah. Hi.
That's a form of German. Anyway.
I'm Mario. I'm one of the co-chairs of SIG ContribEx. I'm also from Germany. I do a couple of things in CNCF and Kubernetes, mainly comms, ContribEx stuff, tech operational resilience, and FinOps for Kubernetes.
Name a thing, Mario probably has a hand in it somehow. Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Totally optional. Alrighty then. Last housekeeping item before we dive into the agenda is we'd like to ask for a volunteer note taker. The role of the note taker is to follow along with the discussion that's happening in the call and to take notes in the notes doc as best you can. It's really nice to have someone kind of dedicated to trying to do this. Anyone up for being our note taker today?
Yeah, I will volunteer.
Wonderful. Thank you, Christopher. We can. Should I just move you from attendees? I'm going to move you up to note taker. Documented. And the rest of us will kind of hop in. Apologies if we step on your toes, but we appreciate you trying to focus on note taking. Awesome. And then there is one other comment that I like to make at the beginning, which is, as you may have noticed, these are very casual calls. So if at any point you have a question, no dumb questions. If you want to hop in and introduce yourself because you missed the introductions at the beginning, perfectly fine. Just we're here to figure out what we're doing here in open source Kubernetes. All right. And with that, we will dive into the agenda. First thing on the list is events. Tell us about it, Mario.
We are on the process of selecting a third chair. Most of the CNCF folks are still out. This is also probably for the rest of the week because of US Thanksgiving. And we will probably only have people joining and selecting this next week. The CFP will close on September the 14th for Maintainer Summit. 2 of the remaining chairs are Karina Angel from TOC and me. And we get a third chair who will take up the task from Natalie, because Natalie was the first one to volunteer to drop out. I will be the second one to drop out of the chair position after Amsterdam.
Yeah, they're doing a rotating chairs thing where one person drops out at a time. One new person at a time.
Other things related to Maintainer Summit. So there had been a hiccup with the award recipients. We were missing 2 award recipients from the working group, some ATCD working group. They won't receive an award. They will, however, be listed on the contributor website. For whatever reason, a pull request was created to add them to 2024. As soon as Christopher's pull request is in, I will move them over to 2025.
Yeah. All right.
Also to add, I added a new comment to the issue. Because the MR was actually 601, the one that was merged on the weekend.
That's the problem is that when I look at KLS.dev, we don't have the year 2026, and the problem is that the PR
got it.
2025. So basically, what happened was that I think people were just added to the wrong thing.
I see.
Do you guys see 2025?
There's 2025.
Yep.
Maybe everything is in order. Maybe I just looked at the wrong place. Okay, then it's fine. Then everything is good. And we are in process of collecting the addresses of the award recipients. We are only missing 3. Thanks to Mars and Laura for chasing people.
That's something else I wanted to ask about is we talked about spinning up the events team within. So events has traditionally been a sub project of SIG ContribEx, this group, that is spun up on a consistent basis aligned with KubeCons. We would have 2 of them per year for each KubeCon because we would run our own contributor summits. But now it's Maintainer Summit, which is a bigger thing that's mostly run by the CNCF. So we've been figuring out how we fit into all of that. So we've been discussing that there is...
You're muted.
Mm-hmm.
Keslin, you're muted.
Not in Zoom, in the microphone itself.
We can't hear you. It's not as hard soft mute.
The Mac.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Touch the cord.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, discussing that we need an events team from made up of some Kubernetes contributors for some of that. So what's the current status, Mario? Is it just awards that you need folks for, or was there more stuff?
Awards, and basically as soon as I am no longer a chair, we need someone who takes over communications and basically communicates with all of the mailing lists, like, hey, this is now happening, hand in your CFP, don't forget this. Also, we need someone to coordinate meet and greet and the Ask Kubernetes Maintainers Anything session, which now is a thing for KubeCon at the Project Pavilion.
Oh, nice.
Because this worked pretty well in North America, so I want to basically have it everywhere. I don't want to do the takeover anymore, but I want to have the Ask Contributors Anything.
It's just like a session on the stage in the Project Pavilion?
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
just five. So in Atlanta, it was Laura, Chris Short, Jean was there, and Eddie was there, and me, and we did basically hey, you can ask us any questions, and we do chit chat on stage, and the crowd got bigger and bigger.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
What day was this?
It was 1 hour before the
during that.
the booth crawl. So basically, this is where I rushed from before our talk. So I was there before our talk. So this.
Gotcha.
But it was cool, I think.
Nice. Okay, so there's awards, comms, and then someone to handle the Project Pavilion and meet and greet stuff, which can probably be the same person, but it could also be different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are candidates for elections?
It's not really going to be an elected thing, more like a volunteer thing.
Yeah. It's whoever has time and whoever don't have a session. Because
and feels that they have the skills and know how to do it.
Is to be present at that KubeCon, right? Or all KubeCons?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily for all of the things. I mean, it would be good if you're present at the KubeCon for the meet and greet, because you would be basically the contact person on site. For organizing the Ask Contributors Anything, you don't need to be present. For comms, you don't also need to be present. And for awards, you also don't need to be present. I mean, for awards, it would be good because someone needs to be there to hand over the awards, because we have a session at Maintainer Summit.
Yeah, but that could also be the co-chairs of the Maintainer Summit or something, or a Kubernetes leader, SIG co-chair who is there or something.
Or steering, to be honest.
Steering. Because they should be there.
Yeah, they should be there. And it's standing on stage and handing over awards. So
yeah, how do we want to do this recruitment? Do we want to do it the same way that we've traditionally done event team recruitment, which is an issue?
I would honestly just recreate a sub-project and write down or not recreate it. I would clean up our sub-project with the role descriptions and then have like a team for this, and we just do the recruiting for on-site in an issue for each KubeCon.
Yeah, role handbooks need to be created. Well, recreated. Some of these exist, but different.
Yeah, and then
a new issue per KubeCon to recruit. Yeah. So for EU, dates for EU, end of March.
The KubeCon EU is happening at
March
from
20th.
Maintainer Summit is 22nd of March, Day Zero is 23rd of March, and then KubeCon is 24th of March.
Yeah, so we probably want to get that going sooner rather than later. If you want to have like a
I create an
writing
issue.
session to work on those handbooks, I'd be happy to help. We
Yeah.
can find a time. I guess ideally
But
we
yeah.
would work on it asynchronously.
So that's it for events.
That's a lot of important stuff for events. Thank you, Mario. And then you're dropping off of the chairs for maintainer summits after EU, right?
Yeah, I won't be chair anymore for Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
So we have still some grace period. We are regarding comms and stuff like this.
Yeah. And then we won't do, I haven't heard any plans at least to do maintainer summits in any of the Asian, though I know they want one in India. A lot of the folks who go to India really want a maintainer summit. I don't know if CNCF will do that. Any news on that?
I haven't heard any, but I think they have this maintainer meeting thingy thing, but I don't have insights in this. So the role planning for chairing positions are solely for maintainer summit, North America and Europe.
Oh. So they'll cause problems for themselves if they put one into India.
Yeah.
There's going to be trouble one way or another. All right. Sounds good. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Let's move on to mentoring. I don't think anyone is here from the mentoring sub-project today, though we do have both of us to talk about new contributor orientation, which I keep saying is technically part of the mentoring sub-project. So to give folks an overview who may not have heard of our mentoring sub-project before, SIG ContribEx has a mentoring sub-project. The primary purpose of this sub-project is to help existing contributors gain the skills to take on more responsibility within the project, like taking an existing contributor and teaching them how to become a reviewer or an approver in particular repos, or training them up for a chair position in a SIG or something like that. It does not typically cover much in the way of like brand new contributors, except for the new contributor orientation program, which is a session that we run once per month. The reason that we run it this way is because of one-to-many. We've tried to run larger like mentoring sessions in the past, and the issue is just that we don't have enough maintainers for the number of people who are new to the project and want mentorship. So we try to do it in more like one-to-many formats. So new contributor orientation we hold once per month, and it's kind of a standard set of content explaining how the project works and how to gain more responsibility in the project, how to find work that will benefit both you and the project. Yeah. So new contributor orientation, third Tuesday of every month. We'll cancel it for December, I think. Or no, it's actually fine.
No, you said it's fine.
Yeah, it's actually fine. Yeah.
The only question is, do we want to make it officially part of mentoring? And if so, maybe...
I mean, it's in the repo.
Maybe then we would also basically have one of the new folks elevated to sub-project leads of mentoring, because
I like that.
we don't have so many people in mentoring. You know what I mean? So like leadership side. I think Josh is left, but he has also other things to do.
Yeah. Mentoring is an area of SIG ContribEx that is particularly understaffed also.
I also chatted with a couple of folks on a dinner at KubeCon. Especially, I think it was most of them were SIG networking. And they maybe want to look into a mentoring cohort to recruit new people how to say this nice, so that we are prepared if something like Nginx happens again.
A worthy goal.
So in terms of network mentoring, sorry, you're looking for people at the group mentoring or external mentoring programs?
So let me explain those. So group mentoring is typically the programs that we run internally. Like this SIG wants to get together a group of folks who are ready to become reviewers or approvers or SIG chairs. So that's like an internal mentoring program. And then external mentoring programs are things like LFX mentorships or Google Summer of Code. So they're like run by external groups. They typically are programs where mentees apply and are paid for the term during which they are mentees. And those programs require contributors, maintainers in Kubernetes or other open source projects to submit projects. Like, this is a project that I want a mentee to work on. In order to do that, the maintainers of those projects have to know what the deadlines are to submit those projects and what the requirements are. So we need like project management, program management, someone to like keep track of LFX and Google Summer of Code and other programs like that, and like tell the maintainers in our community that they're happening and what to do for them. So that's something that is currently unstaffed.
And yeah, we did some advertisement. I also did a post on Reddit for NCO, and it went good. We had a lot of folks joining.
Yeah, we had an unusually high number of folks in the new contributor orientation last time.
The good thing when I did the post in Reddit was basically after some in the subreddit for Kubernetes, there were some posts about contribution and how to contribute and stuff like this. And I basically just rushed in and created a new Reddit where it's basically like, hey, this is how you join new contributor orientation if you want to contribute to Kubernetes. So this brought in some people, I think. By the way, who is the owner of the subreddit? I saw that Tim Hawkin has admin rights.
It is not an officially community-owned subreddit.
Ah, I see.
He does, but that's a him thing.
I see. I see. Okay, then I don't care.
Yeah, that is. We decided long ago. Someone before my time even decided that we would not try to own the subreddit for Kubernetes. We just let that be its own community.
I'm fine. Which brings us to comms.
Yeah. I feel like there was one more thing. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say on mentoring first.
Yeah.
There's also another initiative. A new contributor popped up who has been, I'm just going to put this at the top because generally mentoring is looking for new contributors to join everything. But there's a new contributor who popped up who's trying to spin up kind of a like peer mentoring program of like new contributors help each other figure out ways to contribute and talk with each other about the pain and suffering that is trying to learn how to contribute to a new project. It's Kubernetes specifically.
Cool.
Yeah, new Kubernetes contributors. But I don't know, like he's a new contributor who's trying to figure things out. So we know how people who've been here for a long time know how this goes. It's like you're excited to contribute and you pop in and you're like, how can I do stuff? And then you find out that coordinating people is hard. And so people kind of drop off the face of the earth for a while and they come back. I think we're in the drop off the face of the earth for a little bit time.
Who
I did
is,
see that person last
looking
week in
for-
person though.
Who is that person?
Their name is Alan, I think. You can go to new contributors, the Kubernetes new contributors channel on Slack. There's some posts about it.
He wants help.
Yes, like he's trying
Gotcha.
to run a thing. And
Okay.
I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. We have no one in charge of mentoring sub-project for us right now, but we will keep an eye on that and try to help make it healthy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So just go to the Kubernetes new contributors.
Hello.
I said subreddit, didn't I? Channel on Slack is where you can find out more about that.
Can I bump in? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. I'm Prashant. I'm also working with TOC mentoring sub project along with Nate and Josh. So
Wonderful.
just
Welcome.
wanted to, yeah. So I have looked at the GitHub repo where the CO Kubernetes mentoring thing, but it seems like it's updated like 8 months ago when I last looked at it. Like I
It's
don't see
surprising it's that
any
recent.
current cohorts. Okay. Okay. I don't see any current cohorts running now. Is there somewhere to look at, or who is the person to contact if I want to get it something in? So yeah.
Josh Burkus.
Okay. So currently no cohorts are running, like no mentoring. So is it an official thing or an unofficial thing?
Yeah. So what we've been discussing here is that the mentoring sub-project is currently essentially unstaffed. There's one person who kind of keeps it going. So ping in
Okay.
SIG ContribEx if you have something you want to do with it. There's several kind of sub-projects that are going on within the sub-project. So group mentor cohorts are meant to take existing contributors in open source Kubernetes and level them up to like reviewers or co-chairs or some higher form
Yeah.
of responsibility within the project, not typically meant for brand new contributors. External mentoring programs, we need program management help, someone to keep an eye on things like the LFX mentorship and Google Summer of Code programs and tell the rest of the project that deadlines are happening there, that they need to submit projects in order to get mentees through those programs. And then there's the new contributor orientation program, which is actually active, which every month we run a session where we go over the basics of how to contribute to Kubernetes. We have an active group running that. And then there's this peer mentoring thing, which a new contributor is just trying to run himself.
Okay. So that peer mentoring is not happening right now.
It's
No.
go to the Kubernetes new contributors channel in Slack. There's a thread of this guy saying,
Okay.
hey, I want to do peer mentoring with other new contributors, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my thought was I'm actually helping with, I'm a mentor for the LFX and I maintain the Harbor project. So I'm just helping out, like if mentors have any like issues or like promoting this LFX mentorship, since I was also a mentee in the past. So yeah, just wanted to
Wonderful. We
like
could use help.
sure. Yeah, I just wanted to know if it's something active or going on. Like I will talk with Josh about this, and thank you for your time. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Go into the SIG ContribEx channel in Slack and say like you're interested in talking about mentoring. One of us will notice it and tag Josh if you don't do it yourself. I think he's like Jay Burkus on there, but if you don't feel comfortable tagging him, one of us will do
Yeah,
it.
I know Josh. I know Josh. So
Okay, perfect.
no issues.
Yeah, just do it in SIG ContribEx Slack. Cool. Now we will actually move on to comms. I always like to make the joke, is anyone here for comms? Because there always is, because I am one of the co-leads of the comm sub-project, and so is Mario, basically. So what do we have going on in comms that we need to talk about? Did you have anything off the top of your head, Mario? I have something. Blogs.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Blog review.
Yeah,
Yes.
blog
So we
review,
have an
but
issue in contributor comms where typically we would run a variety of projects where we encourage new contributors to write blogs. We have a specific program where we have newer contributors interview the leads of special interest groups in Kubernetes to learn what those special interest groups do. Then they write a blog about what they learned, and then they have a very publicly visible contribution to the Kubernetes community that helps that SIG recruit, hopefully. So that's a great program, but we can't run it right now because we don't have any reviewers. Well, we have like
What's the
2 reviewers total for the blogs. So
what's the issue number?
we have also the issue number, I don't know, but we only have 2 reviewers for the blog.
The issue is that we need to recruit reviewers for blogs, not that we need blogs reviewed.
Could you say that again?
So the issue is that we need to recruit blog reviewers, not that we have specific blogs right now that need reviews. We do have a few, but the main issue is that we're not starting new blogs because we know we don't have people to review them.
Gotcha. And who are the reviewing leads, quote unquote?
So technically SIG Docs owns the blog for Kubernetes.io, and the lead for that would be Tim Bannister. So it's something to discuss in the SIG Docs channel. We have a couple of folks in the comms team who've been interested in this and have reached out to them, but they've found the onboarding process a little bit difficult to stick with.
Really?
It's just kind of difficult to understand your role as a blog reviewer because we have a couple of folks who are comfortable giving like an editorial review, like, is the English in this good? But giving a technical review on anything in Kubernetes is very difficult because, like, who knows all of Kubernetes? No one. So that's not really an expectation of it, and I think that's really throwing people off. It's just we need people to review blogs regardless of your experience, and that people are not comfortable with that.
I mean, but I didn't get the issue. Like, it's because the blogs are very technical or because they are very non-technical?
Both.
Yes.
We have both.
Okay, interesting.
And we have a style guide that needs to be followed, and
Oh yeah, that's the most important part, right?
Arguably,
So
scheduling is the most important part. The issue that we have, well, I mean, the thing that is causing things to fall apart in the comms team right now is that we will create a blog draft and we'll get it reviewed and it'll be ready to go. And then once it's ready to go, we need a date for when it's going to be published on the website, which Docs can give us because they need to organize what pieces of content are going out when. And I'm being attacked by a cat. So then they'll give us a date. And then once you have a date, you have to update the PR with that date, like actually in the blog. And then it has to get actually approved on that day. And this ends up in kind of a loop where we got a date, we missed the
reviewers
date.
become the bottleneck.
Huh?
The reviewers become the bottleneck.
Yeah, the reviewers are the bottleneck.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and there are actually 2 blogs, which is another issue with this. There's another blog on kh.dev, which the current owner is Josh Burkus, because he owns things that have no other owner, it feels like. So that also is an even worse state, honestly, on reviewers. It's a less strict kind of environment for reviewing, but it still has its own requirements and its lead is very busy. So we've discussed trying to combine the 2 blog reviewer groups, but we only have like 3 people across the 2 of them. So there's not enough for that either, really. I don't know. We need more blog reviewers.
And
it's funny. I watched the recordings like 2 months ago before joining the SIG, and Kathleen was saying the same thing.
We've been saying it for like all year.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mario. Sorry.
The other topic is also that the blog reviewing will obviously stay with docs, because docs will be the owner of the website, because most of the website is documentation.
Also, the skill overlap. Like if you're good with writing technical documentation, reviewing skills are part of that skill set. So makes sense in SIG docs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and SIG Docs runs their own new contributor meeting once a month. And they've said since the beginning of new contributor orientation that they're happy to train up new blog reviewers. But here we are. It's been like a year or more. Yeah, so that's a big issue in comms. Anything else from comms?
We still need to create LWKD as an official subproject.
Yeah, we need to discuss what's involved with that among the co-chairs. We just need to create a new repo.
They have an own repo in SIG.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, in Kubernetes 6, there's an LWKD repository. So they already have one. I think we only need to create basically
Owner's file?
an owner's file and an MD file in our environment, in K community. And find a lead. Or I mean, they have a lead, I guess. We just need to make it official.
Assign, yeah. If we're creating the owner's file, then when we're creating the owner's file, we'll assign the leads. So,
yeah.
Okay. This is a task for the co-chairs, SIG ContribEx co-chairs to do. We have permissions to create that file.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to contributor documentation then.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about comms has a meeting every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific. Moving on to contributor documentation. Looks like we've got a couple updates to talk about here. Hugo upgrade? Or is this old?
Yeah, I started with this as Chris Short recommended me to start with working with the website. And I would like any feedback from Mario. I know you're not reviewing this PR, but some of the things that Chris said, well, you were at the call. Like he wanted to add LinkedIn, and because the Hugo version was too old, he wasn't able to do that. But I found that the current version, it was from 2024, so I'm not sure if that was old enough. But in short terms, I opened the MR to upgrade Hugo and add the LinkedIn icon, the footer. And I know that that's in review, but there's anything else that you guys are looking forward to see in the website for the future, or any feedback from the MR?
Have you talked to Sayak?
But I mean by chat.
Yeah. That he's basically currently, I think he also got reviewer rights to everything. And he would be the first person to contact.
Okay.
In general, the website has a lot of maintenance issues. So like getting familiar with how the site is built and what pieces of it are out of date would be a handy thing to do. Because we've had a lot of issues over the last several years with various components becoming out of date. And because the website is kind of cobbled together with some custom stuff, sometimes it's really hard to update things in it. I remember there was something blocking where like we had created some kind of custom tooling within it that was preventing us from updating something else. And you'd have to ask
Well,
Sayak.
at least I was able to add the LinkedIn button. But I would like to know what else you're planning to, if anything that you had in mind.
Yeah, as I said, I think SIG has most overview of the issues because he did most of the stuff for docs already.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, well, when we talk about docs, we're talking about Kubernetes website.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, Chris also told me to use it as a baseline for the contributor side.
Yeah. There's more stuff there on the back burner, but it's not like there are specific major like overhauls we want to do to the layout or anything. It's just that site needs to be more
Maintenance.
maintainable so that when something happens, we can actually update it without it taking a year.
or waiting for the next KubeCon.
Yeah, as we've done many times. Yeah. Anything else on contributor documentation? Alrighty. Let's talk a little bit about moderation and media. There's been some stuff going on with Zoom. Mario, did you want to give those updates?
So we are out of seats in Zoom, so we requested new seats from the CNCF. We are in the process of, we need more seats to create the admin account because the admin account needs a seat. Yay. The admin account will be a mailing list for the Zoom moderator mailing list. And then we will add everyone who gets access to this or who is a Zoom admin get access to the mailing list. So then we can basically manage entry on via the mailing list. And we talked to CNCF for exploring LFX as platform instead of how we manage Zoom currently. This is something that we need to discuss in the chairs meeting and tech leads meeting also. And we are also still missing features in LFX because you cannot join a meeting if you're not logged in, and that's a no-go. So basically, everyone should be able to join a meeting without being logged into an account. So this would be a change request that LFX needs to do. But we have a meeting on Monday with the Zoom admins, and I think Bianca will be there, and I will be there, and Nabarun will be there, and Rian from CNCF will be there. So we will have a chat. So that's basically what also Rian tried to sell us at Maintainer Summit.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
For Slack, by the way, there's also an update. So they gave an update at CNCF gave an update at KubeCon that they are in the formalization of a contract with, what's the owner company of Slack now?
Salesforce?
Yeah, Salesforce, that basically Kubernetes Slack will stay, so we don't need to move. However, we have some bots and integrations which are built on the old API, and we need to migrate them away. So we need people who know Slack API to write bots and integrations. Because some of our bots will die some point next year. To be honest, I don't know.
Deprecated?
The API is going away. The old API, they are all using the old API.
Shut down, or
yeah, it's no longer there. Slack is killing the API.
Yeah, I think it's already deprecated. Will be removed.
Yeah, it's
terminology.
I think it's deprecated for 2 or 3 years. we didn't update anything. Because all of the people who wrote Slack integrations are no longer with the project, as far as I understood. That's it.
YouTube admins, any updates on how the YouTube admins work?
No,
Don't think so.
they are all they're the only thing that Zapier got hit by this nice Zapier got hit by the brute force, not brute force attack, but by the worm that collected login data. Shai Hulud, the big sandworm. Yeah, Shai Hulud is a
thing?
worm.
Is that the name of this exploit? Okay.
Yeah. So Shai Hulud launches second supply chain attack. Affected were Zapier, ENS, async API, post-hoc, postman. And the first strike was in August, then in September, and then now in November is the
Wow. All right. Yeah, so Zapier is the main tool that we use for automation around YouTube, as well as a bunch of our comms stuff. So good to know.
and well,
so maybe we should check our credentials for yeah.
Yeah, see if we need to rotate credentials on those. I'm not exactly sure what kind of credentials we used with Zapier right now. If each individual admin has their own, I would imagine.
I think yes.
I
think it's each individual admin.
I don't know if we're tracking that in 1Password. I think it's kind of each individual admin for themselves. But maybe we should send out some comms to be like, hey, if you use Zapier on behalf of the Kubernetes project, let us know.
I think it's only 4 people who have access to Zapier.
Yeah.
It's Chris, it's
Nigel,
it's me, and it's Chad.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have it. I don't think I've ever set that up.
Nope.
I've avoided it. Yay.
Yay.
Good to know. We might want to discuss that in the comms meeting tomorrow. If somebody wants to open up the comms meeting notes and throw that in there. Otherwise, we'll try to remember.
Calendar issues. Yeah, we still have the leads mailing list issue.
Yeah. I feel like it would not be that hard to make a script to do it. I just have to sit down and actually make a script that basically we have an issue where for the chairs and tech leads meeting, at least, a lot of the chairs and tech leads struggle to keep track of the chairs and tech leads meeting because we invited like the chairs mailing list,
which is a mailing list of mailings.
Yeah, it invites the mailing list, but it doesn't invite the individuals. So we need to invent like a recursive script to actually invite the people within the mailing list, because apparently Google doesn't do that.
Fun fact: if we would use LFX, this would work.
Yeah, but it has the issue of not being convenient for the general public to join.
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta try and figure that out. Noted. Anything on mailing lists?
Nope.
I mean, the calendar issue and the mailing list are one for today. Cool. We'll move on. We only have 3 minutes left. GitHub management. We usually don't have any folks from GitHub management on this call, but any GitHub management comments?
Nope.
Elections. The steering committee election is over. I think the retro has already happened as well.
First part of the retro has happened. There was a lot of things to discuss.
Oh, there's two parts.
It became apparent that there's a need for a second part. Because we went through 1/3 of the topics the retro is already scheduled. It's happening next week, Wednesday. The second part.
Okay. I didn't get to attend the first one. Maybe I'll try to attend the second one. That's another sub-project that could use more staff. We only run it once a year, but so many issues to address.
Yeah, but there were more general discussions about should we stop, or is the MA, the current chair, still valuable for the new candidates and stuff like this? And
okay.
Yeah, there were more like not problematic or no discussions regarding tooling or how the election went. It was more like
Process
optimization and how stuff could be improved for next year. And the thing, we really want to start early next year.
Yeah, this one was the latest I think I've seen it happen.
Yeah, it really took the longest time. And also voters. We dropped down again by 1%, so we only had like 30% of the voters actually who could vote actually vote.
Yeah, low
so
participation, process improvements.
Yeah, even a slight decline.
I was gonna say maybe we need a comms lead for it. We already have that.
The problem is it didn't. There were a ton of comms. People just didn't vote.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. And then in open mic discussion, and we're already at time basically, but the 2025 awards page is live. Bring it all the way back around. Wonderful. And we are right at time, so thank you very much everyone for attending today. Thank you so much for taking notes, Christopher. These are wonderful.
Thank you.
And for asking questions. You asked lots of useful questions to help us discuss various things. So really appreciate your contributions today.
Thank you. I'll be asking the team about the contributor side. That's the thing I'm most interested in so far.
Yeah, we can talk more about it tomorrow in the comms meeting as well. Or
Okay.
We have a
Friday?
we
wait,
have
we don't have
tomorrow.
one Friday.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's crazy having this in the holidays.
Yeah.
When is Thanksgiving?
It's
Tomorrow.
Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Huh.
So we canceled the Friday, I think, didn't we? We canceled comms meeting this week. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have one though the following week, the first week of December. We have it. Second week of December, we have it, and then it's done for the rest of the year. So there are only 2 more comms meetings for the rest of the year.
So, and we have release next in 2 weeks.
Yes. December 17th, I believe, is the target date for the release.
What could possibly go wrong?
Python. What was it? Python updates? Isn't that usually the cause of delays?
Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll go ahead and end the meeting, I guess. See y'all on Slack.
Bye.